I love how people like to choose what part of history that they want to begin at. My guy here says that shrinking map was Israel finally taking back the land Muslims had stole. After all, Israel existed there for over 700 years before the word Palestine was invented. Oh, really? You've just demonstrated that one, you don't know history. Two, you're also demonstrating that you're taking the Bible as actual history. And then three, what was the third one? Oh, yeah, you're showing your religious superiority. Okay, so first of all, you're picking a certain point in history where you want to start who owns some land. If you actually wanted to start with who originally owned the land for as far back as we can go, then that would be that area of the Levant was owned by the Sumerians, and then the Arcadians, and then the Kemetic, the Nubio-Kemetic, then the Assyrians, then the Nubio-Kemetic again, and then the Babylonians, and then the Persians, and then the Greeks, and then the Romans, and then the Ottomans, and then back to then the British, and then you get your Israelite. So here's the thing. Historically, there has never been a 700-year period that Israel has owned that land. Even when you had the northern and southern kingdom, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah, they were still vassal states of either the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, or the Nubio-Kemetic. They have never actually had a time frame where they owned that land outright of themselves for 700 years. They had a little small possible 100, 200 year period that they may have owned it during the Bronze Age collapse, but they were still somewhat a vassal state of the Phoenicians at that time frame, and then quickly got killed and taken over by the Assyrians. So no, there is no 700-year period that they owned that land before there was a Palestine. You do realize that would mean that they own that land. If we go 700 years from now to back, that takes us to 1300. Yeah, around 1300. Who owned it in the 1300s? Yeah, it went back and forth between the Europeans and the Muslims during that time frame. So, no, sir. No, sir. We're not going with that one at all. You don't understand history at all, and you are only basing it on your today mindset. Your today mindset, and you're trying to make it seem like the Bible is valid history. But how can there have been a 700-year reign when archaeology shows that there's never been a 700-year reign of the Israeli people, the Israelites, in that area? Even in your own book, your own story, you got Abraham, but the land is owned by Canaanites. You got the time frame of Moses, but they're claiming that the Canaanites was there. But during that time frame that Moses possibly, if he ever did exist, then that would have still been the time that the Nubio-Kemetics controlled that land, and those were vassal states of them. So before you make your comment about what's going on today and giving credit to people, then recognize what history actually says. And then the other aspect of that whole argument is that the reason why they're taking this land from these people is because of a biblical prophecy, a biblical statement that says that Abraham will be given this land by his God, their God. So you're saying religious superiority because the God of Abraham says that they're supposed to have this land, when the Muslim God is not saying anything of that sort, that Abraham and the Jacob Isaac line is supposed to, Isaac Jacob line is supposed to have that land. So you're showing religious superiority and saying the Islamic God doesn't matter. The only God that matters is the one that comes out of what you call the Bible, and that's all that matters. So your religious superiority is showing probably as much as you possibly may have some other superiority complexes. But you have a great day, and remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.